But the most important thing, I would want to thank our teachers for standing with our children. We all know that this is a very short term, almost 8 weeks before we start our examinations. Our colleagues, the teachers, mainly the couplets, should acknowledge what government has done, notwithstanding the fiscal difficulties that we are facing at this particular time. But government has gone out of its way, provide 13.3 billion shillings for implementation of CPA. More than 18 billion shillings, as already mentioned by the CS and the chair of budget committee, for purposes of dealing with our junior school teachers. So I think we need to acknowledge the goodwill that government is showing and focus on preparing our children for examinations that they'll be doing in another 1 month in October. So I think to a very large extent, we have done our part of the bargain as government. And we are asking our colleagues in Kupet, and I thank our colleagues in our primary sector for appreciating the fact that this is time that we have to stand with our children. This school, as the principal, as the head teacher has already told us, they have 38 teachers. The 38 teachers were here. A number of our children were here this morning. And I know most of them usually settle down on the second day. But from what I've seen quite a number of children who are here, which is very good. But the most important thing, I would want to thank our teachers for standing with our children. We all know that this is a very short term, almost 8 weeks before we start our examinations. So as teachers, we know that we have very short time to settle down and prepare our kids for assessment and examination. Assessment for grade 6, the Kipsang, and examinations for our KCSE candidates. I would want to once again say that we are working very closely with our schools this time because we wanted to give our teachers adequate time to prepare our learners. We have already released 21 billion shillings, 21.8 billion shillings for capitation, 14 billion for our secondary schools, 6 billion for our junior school, and 1.6 billion for our primary schools, so that they can settle down quickly and prepare for the examination. Our secondary schools, we are aware, would be buying lab materials to prepare the children for examinations. And that's why this year, and this term specifically, working with our colleagues at the National Treasury, we have made sure that before the schools open, capitation was released. I was discussing this morning with some of our partnering banks, those who work with us, and they say by today and tomorrow, all our schools will have received their resources so that they can proceed to work and make sure that our kids are prepared for this term, which is very short and meant for examinations. Again, one of the key things that we are doing this term also is preparing ourselves for grade 9. And you have seen this school, Masekondo Primary School, we allocated them 5 classrooms. And I'm very pleased and I'm very happy. I would want to thank the contractor and the people who are working on those classrooms, because as you have already seen, it is already at roofing level, meaning that within the next 1 to 2 months, the classrooms will be ready. I want to assure our parents, I want to assure the country that we are prepared for grade 9. Kenyans told us that 93% of Kenyans told us that they wanted our children in junior school to be in our primary school environment. And that's what we have done. And in preparation, as we speak today, 11,000 classrooms are at various levels of completion. We are working with our members of Parliament, the National Constituency Development Fund. In a short while, they will be supporting us with another 5,000 classrooms, which we have discussed with them. We have allocated 1 billion shillings to Nairobi County because of their unique circumstances. We have another 3.5 billion shillings for our other schools. Our MPs told us that out of the 3.4 billion shillings that was allocated through the Ministry of Education to CDF, that they will contribute a similar amount, so that we shall be having 6.8 billion shillings from our CDF framework. And this will therefore give us 17,000 classrooms. And that is the number of classrooms that we require for our children.